and I am going to show you guys how I make soup. I really want to cut our food budget down, and I figure making soup is about the best way to do that. So I'm going to put on my apron here, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. You know, this is for my friends and family, but I'm hoping to gain some new friends doing this. And I don't know about you guys, but the coronavirus is, you know, really making me nervous as a wife, as a mother who's got to fix food, and, you know, who's out of a job as well, and only, you know, on the hubby's income. So, you know, we're just all trying to make do here. I want to cook my onions and my celery, and I have a little bit of a orange pepper in here, like, you know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is use my handy dandy cutting board. It's the only cutting board I have, because honestly I'm not very dexterous to use really big knives. I don't know, they kind of scare me. So, you know, green peppers, they're kind of hardy. They take a while to, oh, this is a orange pepper, and it might lose its color a little bit, but what's more important is that this is not crunchier than 3. Okay, so I'm going to cut them down maybe about 1/4 of an inch, you know, little U's or horseshoes or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to leave all that, you know, the stringiness on there, all that fiber on there, because I want a soup that's hearty. However, I don't want a stew, because stews use more ingredients, and I know that's redundant, but if I have like a whole house full of, you know, not a whole house, but if I have a cabinet full of food, a pantry full of food, that if I made casseroles, if I made chili, if I made stews, if I made, you know, mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey, you know, whatever, then that would probably last me about 3 months with the pantry. Okay, so I'm going to do these out of 3, and I'm a very slow cook. I'm very tedious. I am no Rachel Ray. I'm no, what's that guy's name? Emerald Lagasse. No Bobby Flay or Gordon Ramsay. God no, please don't ever come to my kitchen. I quit, I give up. Alright, so perfection and recipes are not accepted in my kitchen. My onion's gonna go in next. I'm gonna chop it kind of big because my celery's kind of take. Alright, so you know, they're coming along. These are still hard, and this is hard. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Alright, so I'm turning it up to about, you know, halfway, medium heat. Alright, I'm gonna throw this away over here. I don't need it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy in here. This is my recipe. My recipe is this. Put a handful of this, a handful of that, and half water. Okay, and then you got yourself a soup. So half that pan, which is, so this part does not regrow. That does not regrow, okay? Alright, so I'm a little bit wasteful with the onions. I don't like to keep all this. I'm afraid to get a paper in there because I don't like to chew on onion paper. Alright, so I check and make sure there's no paper on there. I cut it in half. I am not a perfect cook, but I try to bring as much flavor as I possibly can. I'm going to kind of make them big and chunky, okay? So they don't disintegrate. So they don't disintegrate in that soup. Alright. So I'm making chili soup and cornbread at my daughter's request because she was tired of my other soups, especially my Japanese soup.
Honestly, what
I'm actually gonna do, just to cut my time a little bit here, I'm just gonna slice right down. Okay, look, this side down here, so pretty. chunks. Alright. Okay. What do I have here? Oh no, I need a can of tomatoes. I would like to use fresh tomatoes just because I want to use my perishables first. So anything that's in my refrigerator, anything that's fresh veggies that are going to spoil in my fridge. All right, I don't want to use the cans. And actually 3 cans is like way over my limit for soup. 2 cans at most, so that can sell you eggs for cheap. All right, so I'm putting the garlic in. That's the very last. All right, so those onions are caramelizing there. And we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna take a little break. Can you? All right, so we'll be taking a little break because my daughter's having a fit. I'm gonna set up this phone somehow so you guys can see me without her having to hold this. And I'll be putting in some cumin, and has a smoky kind of flavor, and then some chili powder. I'm gonna go light on the cayenne pepper because that stuff is pretty spicy. And if it needs a little color, I'm gonna put in some turmeric. All right, that's a pretty good price right there, huh? Okay, so anyway, this is setting actually pretty nicely. That's about a half an inch thick. So anyway, okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna cut that in half. I'm gonna put the rest of this inside of this bag, and I'm gonna stick it. So I'm going to come back in just a few minutes. Everything's cooking over there, and obviously my daughter did a much better job than I did. I'll see you in a few minutes. Oh, I forgot to mention, I try to use the pop tops, but you know, just in the event, you know, I mean, gosh, you just, you know, have a can opener, one of these. You know, you never know if your electricity is going to be down for whatever reason. Have a regular can opener, but you know, these pop tops are pretty handy. So anyhow, I forgot what I was going to do is I was going to put the can of tomatoes in with my 1/4 pound of ground beef, because what I want to do is I want the ground beef to be fine, like kind of like a bolognese in there. I don't want it to be big chunks of ground beef. I don't know. That's just my thing, because every bite of chili, I want to have a little bit of ground beef in there. And because I'm putting so little in there, and I don't know, maybe the chili with beans has big chunks in there. I don't know. But I just kind of want it to, you know, marry together. I want to get as much flavor as I can out of it. And when you put some sort of a liquidy kind of ingredient, which tomatoes is, you know, of course they are, then, you know, it'll moisten up that meat enough to break apart. Okay. All right. So I'll come back in just a few. All right, folks. So I already served up a dish right up over here. And I took a final picture of it for you guys. I put a little thyme on top. Actually put a little bit of this wine in there because I'm going to have me a little cup here. And it actually kind of does look like a stew, but look, it's soup, okay? So, and then hidden under this, I hope you saw the pictures, is a little piece of cornbread, just like that one. All right, and so look, I served up that plate, or that bowl. That plate bowl is kind of a shallow bowl. But look, it's just beautiful, the colors in there. I just added a little bit of this, a little bit of that, tasted it, a little bit more, a little bit of that. You know, start off with a teaspoon. Start off with, you know, a teaspoon or a tablespoon of chili powder, tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of onion powder. You know, maybe a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You know, and that definitely adds salt as you go. I just have a little shaker with me. You know, you can put crackers on here. You can put sour cream. I'm actually out of sour cream, but I had the container, so I thought I'd put it there just for visual effects. Colby and Monterey Jack cheddar. This is not kosher, I guess, if you put cheese on top of it, but I kind of don't follow the rules of anything when I eat, usually. If it's gross, I'm not gonna eat it. Anyway, there's crackers, the cornbread I use in place of the crackers. I have that cornbread right here. All right, so I'm gonna say my final goodbyes here in just a second. See you in a second. Well, I'm officially done. I'm gonna be hanging up my apron here. Yay. Until next time. It's a cute apron, huh? So I was just going to have a bite with you guys and let you know how it tastes here. So hopefully I can, oh gosh, gotta get a bit better angle there. Okay, all right, I got the angle, okay. So I'm actually gonna pan down here. All right, so I'm actually trying to get a little bit of that cornbread in there. See that? Gosh, I can't get the angle right. There we go. A little bit of cornbread, a little bit of celery, a little bit of beans. I want to get that one bite. Now I'm going to even throw some thyme in there. Look at that. All right, a little bit of that butter. Just kind of like, you know, just get myself. See, it kind of looks like a chili after all when that cornbread sops in there like that, right? Hopefully it's not too hot. That's really good. It's really delicious. I am gonna add a little bit of salt. I forgot to check it the last time. So I'm gonna add a little bit. It's got a little bit of kick of heat, but not too much. My lipstick. Ooh. A little bit of kick of heat, not too much. It'll go down really good with cornbread with that sweet. And that soup right there, you know, it's gonna feed 5 people, 6 people, you know, unless people have seconds or whatnot. But that's a full gallon of soup. Like cologne, you know, if you have 3 months worth of groceries in your pantry and your fridge and freezer, stretch it out with soup. You know, you can stretch out, you know, as far as you can with soup and just be creative. All right, well, this is me signing out. God bless you guys. God bless us all. All right, you take care. All right, bye-bye.